email marketing. Okay. This is a three-parter. So OLX right now, tried and true, people, OLX diehards on the call here. It lets you send data from the emails, back in, right? You can track things like opens and clicks and things like that. NXT email doesn't have that, right? Email history is read only. Is that going to change and be improved so that people can have that same functionality when this moves to unified view?
I will say it's not a priority for next year.
Hmm.
It's not, again, that we're not thinking about it. But we also know that there's other work that we need to do with email. But our focus right now is really to, gift management and import and export, the real big rock components. And that's going to take up most of 2026.
Yep.
If that capability is needed, I would continue to use Online Express. As we mentioned in the call, in the product update briefing, we'll retire Online Express when we retire Database View. So we said that's summer of 2027, so you still have lots of time to continue to use. And you may want to start looking at alternative. We've brought in Constant Contact as a new partner integrated into Razor's Edge NXT. In the meantime, if you're looking for modernizing your email functionality.
Is that a takeaway people should have? Is that so? The big announcement last year, BBCon with Constant Contact, is that a takeaway people should have? Is like, okay, Blackbaud's kind of not outsourced, but like they've had a partner that's doing email, so maybe NXT email, the built-in stuff, isn't going to be developed as much anymore. Is that a correct
I mean,
assumption? Is
I
that
will
not
say
correct?
that that is not our core competency. Our core competency is to help organizations raise more dollars.
Yep.
And so we want to rely on software companies that is their core competency. We will continue to have email functionality, but it will never be as robust as a Constant Contact or a MailChimp or any of the others that are out in the industry.
Yep. I think my second question you probably answered, but I want to make sure I ask it. So same thing, like frustration DBAs have is that you can't send an email to more than one address on a record, right? Technically you can, but it's all of those workarounds that we all know and love, and what makes it so valuable is you gotta clone it, right? Send as a different group. Like, is that something that you see anywhere on the priority list, or does that fall under what we just talked about? The ability to
I
send.
mean, a bit of that falls into what we just talked about.
Yeah.
We did pull in the number one idea in the idea bank, which was to put addressee salutations into list. And we're going to pull that in and support that. We hope to get that released in early next year.
Yep.
So at
Great.
least that's one thing to help kind of for those who want to continue to use the email, they can.
The idea bank works. And I feel for it too. So again, as we develop our own software, it's always a give and tug, right? Trade of like getting the core stuff that everybody wants, but then also people really love this one small thing. So how can I fit in this like one quick fix over here when we have this like 6 week project to do the meaningful stuff? I totally get it.
Yeah.
I saw in the chat people were going right where I was, which is relationships. Same thing, right? Sending email, partial relationships, non-constituents.
We hope to continue to pull some of those things in throughout the year because we know that they're extremely important to Hope. And we'll let you guys know in our next product update briefing, or you'll see it marked as planned. When we mark something as planned in the idea bank, it's normally you'll expect to see it within the next 3 to 6 months.
Yep.
So that's
Awesome.
that's kind of our current timing.
Awesome. Quick reminder for folks. So I think we have 38 questions in there. Austin's probably answered 100 more if I know her. She's been furiously typing on the side. If you have questions, so we're about halfway through, a little bit more. We're going to start just grabbing questions that have come in. So if you have something that you want to ask, make sure to type it in there. Stacy and Austin are working on that. Okay. Back to the pre-written ones here that we culled from the survey.